Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing so great. Today we're going to start a new topic, had to and didn't have to. Had to is for obligation in the past and didn't have to, no obligation in the past. So let's start. Have to, didn't have to. To describe an obligation in the past, the only form possible is the past of have to. In this case, had to, which is so have to. So, the simple past form of must is had to. So, instead of saying must, mustn't, right, the past form is had to, right? For an obligation in the past. Let's see some examples. I have to wait a long time for my bus. So there's like an obligation, have to wait. So here you have the subject, have to, the verb in the base form, and the complement. Then you also have, we didn't have to use our passports. They accepted our ID cards. So that is like no obligation, you don't have to use that, right? But that is in past, right? We didn't. In this case, you use the auxiliary did in the negative form. Also have to in the base form, right? Because you're using did. Grammar structure. Affirmative, subject plus had to plus verb base form, right? Plus complement. Let's see some examples. I have to wear a school uniform. So, if you notice, you have the subject I, have to, also the verb wear in the base form, because you're using have to in past. Also the complement, a school uniform. She had to play with Lara. Always you're using here the subject she, had to, play in the base form, and the complement. Remember that the affirmative form of have to is for an obligation in the past. Then you have the negative form. Subject plus didn't. Here you're going to use the auxiliary did in past and the word not. So, in the short form, didn't. Also have to, no have to. Have to because you're using the auxiliary in past. Also the verb in base form and the complement. Let's see some examples. We didn't have to go to school on Saturday. Remember that the negative form is for a no obligation in the past. So we didn't have to go. Here you have the subject we, the auxiliary form didn't, that is did plus not, also have to in the base form because you're using didn't, right? And the complement, right? So go to school on Saturday. She didn't have to cook dinner. That is another example. Okay, then we have the interrogative form. Auxiliary did plus subject plus have to, verb plus complement and the question mark. So let's see some examples. Did she have to call the fire department? In this case, first you have to use the auxiliary in past, did, then the subject, and have to in the base form because you're using the auxiliary did, the verb in the base form, and the complement. And don't forget the question mark. How would you answer these questions? So let's see. If it is affirmative, yes, she did. In this case, you have to use the word yes, the subject, and then the auxiliary in past, did. If it is negative, you have to use no, the subject, and didn't, the auxiliary with the word not. No, she didn't. Remember that this is a yes no question, so you have to answer in a short way, right? Did you have to go back for your sister's passport? Yes, we did. Or no, we didn't. So guys, that's all for today. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.